in the toilet
Well,
bowl?
well,
Which one?
good morning, everybody. I hope everybody remember to turn their clocks back. I'm actually here live currently with 182 of my friends, as well as my buddy Rashid. Rashid, you're doing good, aren't you, Rashid?
I'm doing awesome.
Except your team, not so much. You're doing better than your team, then.
Yeah, my team is stinking right now.
Okay. He says his team smells like hot garbage.
Yeah,
okay. We're talking about like 105 degrees in Houston with the high humidity. And the garbage workers are on strike. Okay. They ain't picked up the trash in a week.
It's 220 degrees Fahrenheit. That's how bad they stink.
Okay. So the Giants say, there's game time, Brian, right there.
My Philly 500 voice, they stink.
Somebody is asking for my predictions for the Cowboys game. Now, first of all, I had already picked. I told my man Rashid that I think Kansas City is going to rebound and that I still believe that Miami is for our frauds. Forgive me for saying that, but the two good teams that they faced, Buffalo and the Eagles, blew them out. When you start saying, their offense is great, but, it was Denver, and Denver has been playing, although better, they did beat Kansas City last week. You don't look at them beating the good teams. Now, if they go through and they beat Kansas City, then I have to say, okay, then I was wrong. But right now, Kansas City drove right down the field, boom, scored those points. It's 3rd and 14. They had 3rd and 9, and they ended up getting a penalty.
And remember, they scored without throwing the ball to Travis Kelce.
Right. Now, they didn't throw up. They jumped. Kansas City jumped offside.
Again?
All right, coming to the Cowboys versus the Eagles. Here's my thoughts. First of all, for those out there that think that the Eagles don't really care about this game, I think you're wrong. I think the Eagles, this is like the Super Bowl for them. They want to beat the hell out of the Cowboys. They want to kick their ass. They look at the Cowboys and say, they're the rich kids. Even though we were the better team last year and went to the Super Bowl, they're still talking about them. We want to dominate and destroy the Dallas Cowboys. We're at home, and we want to destroy them. You've got Jalen Carter saying, I want to kill Cowboys. I mean, listen, we don't want to kill anybody. You might want to hurt. You might want to maim, but let's not kill. You got Dallas Goedert saying that, he loves the hate and everything else that's out there. This game means a lot. And Tua goes down. Okay, so right now, telling my man over here that his team stinks and Kansas City's looking pretty good so far. Kansas City, which is usually the better team in the second half. They usually are ass first half. But be that as it may. I feel like the Dallas Cowboys versus the Eagles, that the Cowboys are actually on the rise, that they're now having some time with their new offense to start getting the subtleties of it, and Mike McCarthy adjusting and realizing that I can't run Tony Pollard up the middle. As much as I want to be a running team, I've got to use Dak Prescott's arm. I know you Dak Prescott haters don't believe in Dak Prescott's arm and everything else and say he's a garbage-ass quarterback. But the reality is your strengths are CD, Brandon Cooks, BC, and using your tight ends and spreading out the field and hitting as many receivers as possible. Tony Pollard is not that guy that's going to make hay up the middle. And right now, he's went from 5.2 yards a carry down to 3.9. And you're going to kill him by the end of the season. You must get him the ball in space. Now, the nice thing for the Cowboys is the Eagles secondary is trash. Can we agree with that, Rashid?
Yes.
Okay.
What Sam Howell did to him last week?
That's what I'm saying. If you're telling me that the Commanders scored 31 points twice on this defense, 31 points, Dak Prescott, Daddy Dak, should be able to make some hay with those guys. Okay? And the thing that's crazy about that is, had Scary Terry not been scared to catch the ball, it'd been more than the 400 yards because it probably would have been a loss. He dropped that third down that was critical in the fourth down.
No.
What?
The reason why it was because no one can cover A.J. Brown. Y'all gonna have a difficult time covering A.J. Brown. That's true. It, bottom line.
But here's the thing: if you can, the other part on this is the Eagles' running game
It's trash.
It's been thank you. Oh, you noticed that too. The last 3 weeks they haven't made 100 yards.
No. And then what's the dude that Philly always yelling at?
Gainwell.
Yeah. He just fumbles the ball.
Gainwell, yeah. Gainwell. That is the guy that Philly 500 hates. So here's the thing. It is basically Jalen Hurts, who's injured with the knee, to A.J. Brown.
That's it.
You may not be able to stop him, but I think that you can win in a track meet against that secondary.
Yeah.
That's my thought. And if they can't run the football, and I think Jalen Hurts being hurt is a big part of that because you're so worried about him and stopping him that, Swift has got almost 600 yards, but 305 of that was in 2 games, week 2 and week 3. I really think that the Cowboys get a win on this. Rashid, your thoughts on that? Do you think the Cowboys have a chance?
I'm going to quote you as always.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to quote you as always.
Here we go.
This is a week-to-week
It's a week-to-week league.
And anybody can get beat any given Sunday. That's all I'm going to say.
That's my thoughts on the game. I think the Cowboys, the defense is hungry and wants to go in there. I know the Eagles are going to be fired up. This thing is going to be put the kids and your wife to bed, okay, or send your wife out shopping if you can't handle it, because this might be like the body bag. This might be like a body bag game. I think that this is not going to be the hey, we're friends and just having a game. No, we're going to be out here fighting and swinging. I think that it's really going to be like an old school battle here. And I honestly believe that the loser of this game can kiss any chance of home field advantage away.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be the Detroit Lions. No, hold on.
They're just copycatting us, that's all.
No, here's the thing about the Lions. The Lions have 5 games left in their division. No Kirk Cousins, 2 times against Minnesota.
Fields, Justin
okay,
Fields.
And you got the Bears twice, and you've got Green Bay. So you're talking about 5 wins right there. The worst 2 games that the Lions have are the Cowboys and the Saints. That's it. They can be a 13 or 14 win team. That's the reality. And I'm not going to say that they're going to be the best team,
right?
But with the way that schedule is and the way their division is,
described the schedule. Yeah,
that schedule. For the Eagles, see, the problem for the Eagles is you've got Buffalo, Kansas City, 49ers, Seattle, Dallas. Yeah, this is okay.
The Eagles.
This is in the next 6 weeks. Cowboys twice.
Wow.
Buffalo, Kansas City, San Francisco, and Seattle. Wow. Or next 7 weeks. They have the bye week this week. So I don't see them winning all of those games. You lose a couple of those, the Lions have it.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. This game is huge both ways.
What is it? 9 and 7? Or 8? No, it's 8 and 8, 9 and 7. And what's the losing side? Somebody that has a losing record is going to get in the playoffs.
Probably, yeah. Well, NFC South.
Yeah.
Okay, that could easily be. But right now you're looking at the Cowboys, Eagles, Lions, Seattle, San Francisco.
Yeah.
And then you go from there.
The Seahawks.
Yeah. Well, I got the Seahawks, and you still have 2 more spaces left. So it's not going to be anybody from the NFC North.
No, so
okay.
I know
It's got to be somebody.
Shot.
Okay,
got a shot. The Commanders got a shot,
right?
And I think,
and then maybe either New Orleans or Atlanta. New Orleans or Atlanta. One of them's going to win the division, but one of them could be a playoff team.
Yeah.
So that's the predictions that I have. Cowboys border on the north.